Welcome to the World United. Welcome to the World United.
Sharma sir, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am, I'm ready.
Very nice. He was having some issue with the. So, Namaste, sir. Thank you so much. Sharma sir is my guru. So, I bow down first and then I would like to invite. So, Padamnavam Sharma is a mentor guide for achieving peace and happiness. And he is so wonderful. There are I don't find any words to, acknowledge him and welcome him. Sir, over to you for Quantum Archetypes.
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I like to express my gratitude to Dr. Yugandhar sir for giving me this platform. Thank you very much, sir. This word archetype was first given by Carl Jung. He said that the mode of thought or individual inherited idea of a race can be classified as archetype. And the inherited idea is on the basis of the collective experience of the entire race. So if we look into it, then survival of the fittest, that is the first idea, collective idea of the entire race. And this particular idea has given rise to fear factor. Everyone wants to be fitter than other to survive. Everyone wants to earn more than other to survive. Everyone earns to have more power than other to survive. And this has created such a race within the race that from total peace and silence of 0 point energy, we have entered into a zone of total chaos. Now, thing is, in this zone of total chaos, how do we expect unity consciousness? We are not able to appreciate others. If someone is more competent than me, I am not able to appreciate him or her. I'll try to find out fault within that person. I'll try to reduce the line of that person so that my line looks bigger, whereas it is not. So now the thing is, how to come out of it? The best way of coming out of it is to find out our soul purpose. And soul purpose we can know by knowing our quantum archetype. What is our archetype? Once we can identify our archetype, then rather than criticizing others, rather than trying to prove that we are better than others, because we cannot be better than others in all the fields. I can be a master of one particular field, but there will be 999 masters in other fields who are better than me. So if I try to become master of all the fields, then I'll be in a total chaos. So we have to find out what is our soul purpose, what is our archetype. So according to Dr. Amit Goswami ji, there are 9 archetypes. These archetypes are abundance, beauty, power, love, truth, justice, and goodness. After these 7 archetypes, there is archetype of wholeness. Archetype of wholeness we can say as Krishna consciousness. And then the archetype of self. And archetype of self is the archetype of Gautam Buddha. It is the archetype of total renunciation. Now question is, how to find out what is our archetype? In this, I like to take you to the field of quantum astropsychology, because archetype we can find out our archetype only on the basis of understanding the quantum astropsychological concepts. According to Rishi Gemini, there are 7 karaks. There are 7 signifactors. One is Atma Karak, it is the signifactor of our soul. Amatya Karak, it is the signifactor of our profession. Bhatri Karak, it is the signifactor of our community. Matri Karak, it is the signifactor of mother or caretaker or nurturer. Putra Karak, it is the signifactor of son or student, so it is student teacher relationship. Gyati Karak, it is the signifactor of dispute or dispute resolution. And Dara Karak, it is the signifactor of relationship within life partners or partners. Apart from that, after these seven karaks are related with our seven chakras. These seven, there are seven karaks. Atma karak is the purpose of our soul. So if we find out what is the Atma karak of a person, then we can find out what is the purpose of our soul. How to find out the Atma karak? In the astrological chart, the planet with the highest latitude is the Atma karak. Now, out of these seven karaks, if Mars is of the highest latitude, then the sole purpose is abundance. That means from moving transformation from scarcity to abundance. Now, what is the highest abundance? Highest abundance is sacrificing one's life for the country. There cannot be a better abundance than this. If somebody is ready to sacrifice his or her life for the country, if somebody is in war zone and ready to sacrifice, then that is the highest abundance. So the persons whose Atma Karak is Mars, they have got the highest abundance. They are the persons who are ready to sacrifice for the life. So the right thing they have to do, their sole purpose, is to go in such a profession where they get an opportunity to sacrifice their life for the country. So if they go to that profession, there will be an inner fulfillment. And this inner fulfillment will raise the energy of that particular person. Now, second one, this Mars or this Atma Karak is related to our root chakra. Then second is the archetype of beauty. Archetype of beauty is associated with our Hara chakra or sacral chakra. Archetype of beauty means transformation from criticism, criticizing others, to seeing beautiful things in everyone. So anyone whose archetype is of beauty, that means in the astrological chart, Venus is of highest latitude. That means that person's sole purpose is to see beauty in everything. That person's sole purpose is to deliver beautiful things. Such persons can be film actors. Such persons can be theater artists. So artists, dancers, singers, it is their sole purpose. Now a person whose sole purpose is to become an artist, suppose he is forced to look after the medical soap which he has inherited from his father, or a cloth soap which he has inherited from his father, he will never be satisfied. He will not know what is missing in him. But once that person comes to know what is his sole purpose, what is his archetype, then he can realign his life. And after realigning his life, even if he is in some other profession, he will have inner fulfillment, and that inner fulfillment will transmit better energy in the universe, and that energy is good for unity consciousness. Now, the third archetype is the archetype of power. The associated planet or the controlling or governing planet is Sun, and it is associated with the solar plexus. The persons in the astrological chart, the persons whose latitude is of Sun is the maximum one, it is the highest. That means such persons archetype is of power. Now here, not the external power, but conversion of the greed for external power to achieving internal power. So such persons will be always interested in gaining power, in gaining external power. They will like to enter into politics. They will like to become IAS officers, or they will even like to become the sarpanch of a village where they have got power in their hand. If these persons enter inside, go inside and transform themselves from external power to internal power, in that case, they will be emitting better energy. from their cells, from their DNA into the universe, and unity consciousness will become much easier. Now, the fourth archetype is the archetype of love. An archetype of love is associated with our heart chakra. In the astrological chart, if someone's archetype is of love, that means moon, which is the controlling planet of love, if that is of the highest latitude, then these persons should explore themselves as caretakers. They should explore themselves as healers. They should explore themselves as nurturers. And in fact, the role which mother plays, such persons have to play the role of a mother, loving with inner heart, not a father's role, the loving somebody with power, which is the role of the son, trying to control even during the love. So if somebody identifies his power, his archetype of love, then they have to realign their profession. Even if they are in a particular profession, whatever their present profession may be, they have to realign their profession. They need to do something so that they get inner fulfillment by realigning their profession, realigning their work. And once they get the inner fulfillment, they will be releasing better energy into the universe. Then the fifth archetype is the archetype of truth. And the archetype of truth is associated with the throat chakra. The controlling planet is Mercury, and it is the sole purpose of such persons is not to explore only the external truth, but to explore the inner truth, the truth of uncertainty, the quantum truth of uncertainty. Such persons are very perfectionist. But problem with perfectionist is they always try to find perfection in others, but not within themselves. And once they try to find perfection in others, once they start speaking truth about the weak point of others, then it is always going to lead into dispute. Mercury is the planet of communication. So such persons have to learn how to communicate in such a way that others are not hurt, because this is the archetype of truth. They will always like to speak the truth. They will always say, I want to speak the truth. But you just ask him, are you ready to hear the truth? Nobody is ready to hear the truth. People are ready to speak the truth, but everyone wants to hear beautiful things about them. Everyone wants to hear appreciation about them. So the persons whose archetype is of archetype of truth, they have to learn how to speak truth in a beautiful way so that others are not hurt. Then the sixth archetype is the archetype of justice. Third eye chakra, planet Saturn. Controlling planet is Saturn. And the persons whose Saturn is of the highest latitude in the astrological chart, their archetype is the archetype of justice. They will like to become lawyer, they will like to become judge, they will like to do any work where they are ready to deliver justice. But they have to learn to give justice in a universal way, not in a sectorial way. That means if a person whose archetype is of justice, and suppose he is a minister or he is a chief minister of the state, and his aim is to bring up his son as the next chief minister. Now that is not the right justice. Such persons have to give justice. They have to bring up those persons who really deserve to come to that post. So that means in the astrological chart, though the archetype is of justice, but that archetype is malefic in a malefic planetary placement. And because the archetype is in a malefic planetary placement, so their purpose of justice will be defeated actually. And the seventh archetype is the archetype of goodness, and that is the archetype in the crown chakra. The associate chakra is the crown chakra. And a person's whose archetype is archetype of goodness, that means the controlling planet is Jupiter, where Jupiter is of the highest latitude, then such persons have to develop goodness in everything. Goodness in their thinking, goodness in thinking about others, goodness in doing work, goodness in everything. So they have to transform themselves from the present state to being good for everything. Now, once we are able to improve all these archetypes, though some of the archetype will be the archetype of your soul, some archetypes will be the archetype of your profession, some archetype, some planet will represent the archetype of your community, some planet will represent the archetype of nurturing, some planet will represent the archetype of mentoring, some planet will represent the archetype of dispute resolver, and some planet will represent the archetype of marital relationship. If we are able to improve all these archetypes, if we are apart from our sole purpose, if you want to achieve the wholeness, that means if you want to go to Krishna consciousness, where in a war zone, Bhagwan Krishna was able to give wisdom of Gita. Surrounded by all enemies, Bhagwan Krishna was able to give wisdom of Gita to Arjuna. If you want to achieve that type of wholeness archetype, then we have to improve all the 7 archetypes. We have to be good. We have to have good abundance. We should be ready to sacrifice, ultimate sacrifice, whatever work we are doing. It is not that we are in a war zone, but whatever profession I am in. Suppose I am a healer or I am a doctor, then I should be ready to go to the ultimate state, ultimate abundance in my profession. I should be able to see beauty in everything. I should be able to realize other person's point of view. I should convert my greed for power to inner power. I should be able to give love to all the persons. If you want to spread love, if you want to take care of the people, then you find that there are so many needy persons who need care. If I want to develop my archetype of truth, then I should never speak bitter truth. I should say, you are right, sir, but my point of view is this, kindly consider this also. That person may be right, but his opinion may be a restricted one. If I want to improve my archetype of justice, then I should be able to give real justice. I should be able to uplift those people who are deserving, who are talented. And ultimately, if I have to develop the archetype of goodness, then that is the ultimate archetype. And merging of all these 7 archetypes, we go into the archetype of wholeness. And once we are able to start our journey towards the archetype of wholeness, I am not saying achieving the archetype of wholeness. Once we can start our journey towards achieving the archetype of wholeness, we will emit so much of energy. We will be able to heal so many people that achieving unity consciousness will be much easier. So friends, my request is, please identify your archetype. And let me inform you, friends, that I am writing a book on quantum archetypes with Anil Sinha of Quantum Viswalayam, Quantum Activism Viswalayam. And we are carrying out a lot of research in this particular field. And we are in the process of writing a book on quantum archetypes so that we are able to help the society and we have also developed a method. Actually, I have developed a method of re-scripting astropsychology, and that re-scripting astropsychology training we are likely to carry out for developing the quantum archetypes also. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. It was a wonderful session. Just a moment, sir.
So the World United proudly presents Padmanabhan Sharma ji a small token of appreciation for being an esteemed speaker in the Global Transformation Festival 2021 India chapter. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir.